Hello. Am I live? Because I'm not even paying attention to the screen. I am live. Let's see. I got to update this. There we go. All right. Good morning, Jenny. Coach Jenny. How was San Francisco at the Creative Live? Brouhaha. I do mean to be live. I apologize. I was updating a ticket. I didn't want to leave all of my wonderful people. Hey, Ed. Ed? Who's Ed? And why are you saying hey to him? Only me. Only hays to me. Hellos and highs can go to other people. I cannot be held responsible for what is next, or anybody that actually joins. And I see coffee.
You do.
I see a sweater. What? What? It's September 1st.
Fall has hit.
No. On the calendar, in the cosmos, look, on Mars, whatever. Fall doesn't start until the 21st of September.
School started. Okay.
Yeah, school did start. How many in the Tripp household are attending some form of parochial education? 3?
They are required by law to attend school at this point. They're not even old enough to work in the fields. So they can't even skip.
In what country? Because in some countries they just drop them right out and they start picking stuff up right then. So
right. I love how everybody's giving me crap now about wearing a sweater.
Cable knit sweater time. Terry, that's not even an actual authentic cable knit sweater. That's one of those things that he probably got from like Kohl's or Target or Goodwill.
I was like, maybe no, actually I don't even go to Goodwill anymore. I don't even do Goodwill. I just go straight to like
Goodwill.
Salvation Army. That's what I don't do Goodwill. They're bad people over there. Right.
Not to knock on the Goodwill. You know what? The Goodwill has served me well many, many times in various aspects. So you can actually get some really good clothes at the Goodwill. Because sometimes people will drop off clothes that still have tags on.
Yeah,
so
they
use crap.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I just wouldn't go buy underwear from there.
No,
but hey, that's me.
Even with the tag?
Even with the tag. Sorry.
What if the tag only said, like, never used?
Because that's believable.
Right. Well, I mean, I read it on the internet. It said that if it says not used, it's not been used. It's kind of like that open box buy. That's just not an open box you really want to deal with. Oh, now we need Mia Voss. So we had Coach Jenny attending. We still can't see how many people are watching in Webinar Jam. Come on, pick up the ball there, buddies. I've been absent for quite some time. Right.
So, sorry.
Have you been doing that on
things
purpose?
Come up. So what?
Have you been doing that on purpose?
I have.
Or did you just forget to come?
No, I didn't forget. I thought about you all.
Oh.
Maybe.
Well, you didn't.
I paid attention to sporadic updates, and whoever keeps inviting me to Candy Crush Saga, thank you, but stop.
You're welcome.
I haven't played yet. I'm not going to watch the TV show.
I don't even play. I literally just send you invites. I don't even play the game, but I just send out invite. I do that to my sister too.
Look, Coach Jenny is still here. It must be something in I don't know. Uranus must be in retrograde or something. If Jenny is still in the room with us, she's lasted longer than 2 minutes. Terry says she blocks all game invites. Is that how you get blocked from Terry?
Terry,
How
who?
we know? Now we know. Actually, you know what? You don't have to worry about blocking. All you have to do is not interact with someone or some page for a decent amount of time, and I'm not sure how long that is. And it pretty much they'll stop putting the updates in your newsfeed. Yeah, because I've had a couple of people. It's like, I haven't seen anything from this person in a while, and it's because you don't interact. It's not just enough that you see the post; you actually have to interact with the individual or page.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, because there are times where in my news feed, I will catch an update from, I don't know, like a high school friend or somebody that I'm not physically connected to. I mean, geographically, they're on the other side of the country or something like this. Yep. And I'll see like one post from them. It's like Facebook going, let's try this, and I liked it. Because it was something like, oh, I remember what it was. Their kids were finally going to high school where we went to high school. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Click. Now I'm old. And so, all of a sudden, as I continued to scroll, this is how fast Facebook is. As I continued to scroll, they showed me 2-3 other things that they were also doing. Not even posted that day. That's how quick they fill your feed up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's not enough that you just go look at the person. You actually have to interact with the person as well. So, but I guess that just goes to show you, how deep of a relationship some of those Facebook friends are.
Right. Well, I mean, think of it like this, right? If you have friends that you don't see around, people like just around in your daily non-social media life, and then all of a sudden you stop seeing them, like the first time you don't see them, are you like calm? Hey, I didn't see, like, what's going on? Like, are you guys okay? There must be something bad happen because you didn't show up. I didn't see you in my IRL feed.
You didn't share let's see how many of my Facebook whatevers are paying attention sharing post. Okay. Stop. That's a desperate cry for help. And if you have to have that on Facebook, then I recommend you just delete your account. Go outside, and you will notice these bipodal things moving around. If you go to places like where they congregate, they're called people. Talk to them.
But what if they talk back to me, David? I don't know if I'm ready for that.
That's called a conversation, and that's how people interact. Even if you don't like the people, that's actually how you find out if you don't like the people. You can sit there and you can go, oh, okay, I don't like you. You scare me.
I just cut the middleman out and I just don't talk to him. It's a time saver.
Which is a good question. You know what? And here's the thing. Because I'm actually kind of selective with. I know people that friend everybody for some reason. Like the number going up is some kind of justification to their rank in heaven or something. I don't know. How many people would honestly state, you know what, I friended someone on Facebook and I would never, ever interact or talk with you in real life? Because
we're not talking
there's something you scare me about, or I don't really like people that have more piercings and holes in their body than they originally came out of the womb with. And yeah, we've all come out of the womb. There are no test tube babies yet, so we've all gotten here the same way.
I think it's fair to say.
No
I mean, not going overboard or being weird about it, but I mean, you can be weird about it, but I mean, I know that's not necessarily where you're going with it.
I couldn't go in there with it. No, I'm not being weird. I'm just, these are things that, you know what, I come across sometimes and I just wonder, because I guess it's come from all those high school relationships where we weren't friends really in high school anyway. And now you want to be Facebook friends? Okay. Mm-hmm. I ran across somebody the other day. I actually friended with him, and I meant to friend with him. Actually, he reached out to me. And it was weird because I had been driving by his house that he used to live in when he and I were growing up all the time. And I kept wondering, hey, what's going on with this person? What are they doing? what's up with their life. Because like the last time I know, they went into the Navy and they, really needed discipline. And I ran across this person and he's really, really changed.
Cool.
A lot. To the point that I'm not so sure I would have sat there and been friends with him if I had just met him today in real life. And yes, that, you know what? I don't care. Bring on the hate. Say I'm being ugly.
No, that's I would say this.
We have online lives and we have in real life lives, and they are completely different.
Well, so here's the thing, right? Because I met somebody once, does that mean I'm obligated to, to remain friends with them? No, obviously not. I mean, I don't know anybody that actually feels that way.
Oh, you will get scathing posts in the online world. Carlos says just once.
Yeah, sorry about that, bud.
Lindsay Badger calls them people collectors.
Mm-hmm.
They can be. Coach Jenny is saying their ego. And she also says that she loathes the sharing posts. And I think that that's probably a good sequel to Hilda. Why do you it's a whole new Hilda, right? You need to justify yourself, or is that actually Hilda? I have to go back and go through Hilda again, I guess.
It's a whole new Hilda. That's book 2. Jenny, that's book 2 right there. It's a whole new Hilda.
A whole new Hilda.
I love it.
Carlos is saying 12 years. I don't remember what he's saying 12 years is for. Anybody that wants to come in, please let me know, and I will be happy to send you an invite. What you actually have to do is, and you can message me, message your email address, and I will send it over. I will send you the link, and you can join us in the room if you'd like. Yes, I've been gone for 2 weeks. Personal stuff going on, surgeries in the families going on, stuff like that, and so I wasn't here. But, I hear Jonathan did a same crappy job last week that he does every week.
Oh, yeah. No. Last week I didn't do a broadcast.
See?
Yeah.
And you didn't even notice, did you?
No.
Nobody sat there. You got the same amount of knowledge and education last week as you did probably this week.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, David, if you could have summed up last week and this week in one, that was it right there. Same thing.
Jonathan's tagging me in posts.
Yep. Well, it was because you actually did something, and I'm recognizing you for the thing that you did.
What did I did?
You were in the top 10 contributors.
Oh, I was
to Live Talk Nation. So
I used to love those automated tweets. Thanks to my top 10 or my top engagers for the week.
Right.
Reverend
I like that. Now,
Pinky the elephant.
Except for when I know that I did not engage with them since I followed them because I didn't see any of their content, I still got that, hey, welcome to my top, thank you to my top engager. Yeah, that was pretty awful. I need to do this. And I want to make a video about it on how to not automate, some of your, particularly in Instagram.
There we go.
And I got a message, and I'm not going to show the name. Oh, come on. I got a message in Instagram, and it was a very simple message. I'll read it to you what it says. Hey, hi, thanks for the follow. I'm now following you back. Looking forward to your content! !
Oh, I wonder if I still have that one.
This is great. Now, I don't want to. You can't see the name here, can you? You can't see the name on the screen. Is that right?
No.
Okay. I'm going to do this. This is a live demonstration, David. So anything could happen. Be prepared. Okay. I need to scroll like this. This is from about 3 weeks ago. So I just read this message, and it looks very similar to this one because guess what? In fact, it is. It's so similar, I would actually mark it as identical. And so is this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. Keep going. This is a live demonstration, people. This is actually what I got. Wait. Oh, did I miss it? No. We got to keep going.
I saw something on there.
All the way back. I am not joking. I got 130 some odd notifications from this. Okay. It was ridiculous. Now, the funny thing is that I'd already been following him for a while. As a matter of fact, I was following him probably, I'm going to guess, on November 15th when he sent me his first automation. The rest of these happened all on, I bet they all happened on the same day or two. 130, 160 some odd messages. Oh my word. I thought about blocking him. I really did.
Just sat there and done a post, by the way, to Instagram and probably Twitter and Facebook about, hey, message me to sign up for this brand new course that I've got. It's only $9.99. And so he must have thought that he was making tons and tons of sales that day.
Right.
And it's all from the same guy. And the sad thing, folks, is that's one of Jonathan's students, and that's one of the things that's taught to you in his course.
That's one of the things you learn.
How to annoy somebody into submission.
I will push you to the brink of excellence.
Let's see. We got a few things coming on. So hi, Eileen, who has joined us, and Stephanie, who has joined us. Terry Johnson did a couple of different ones, and I don't know why one of them didn't show up again.
That's right.
She did hashtag mindless automation.
Yep.
By the way, I will no longer use the term Instagram. It will just simply be the devil. And if you know me, you know what I'm talking about. And otherwise, you probably think I'm just, a bad person. And either way, you'll go away. Let's see. She also did hashtag you can't set it and forget it.
Forget it.
It's not a Ronco cooker. No, it's not. Let's see.
60. I'm not joking. I think it was 130 or 160.
Insane. That's incredible.
I've seen automation before. I've never seen one do that quite that way.
I think that was a little broken.
Yeah.
Probably bordering on spam. You could probably report the person to the FCC. And
do you think that counts as spam?
I would imagine that, if it was 161, yeah. 160, I'm hard pressed to actually say yeah.
I mean, they have 5,000 followers and are following 7,500 people. I mean, they're hardcore.
5,000 followers and they're
5,010 followers as of the present, and following 7,500 people. Yep. I am so inspired.
I'm trying to figure out how to get to my messages. How do you get to your messages in the devil?
So you hold on. I'm backing out. I'll take it. So the home button in the bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah.
Looks like a little house. And then in the top right-hand corner.
The little airplane. So something that has absolutely nothing to do with. So the last thing that I did to Terry failed to send.
Yeah.
Where she said, "Hey, David, no time to see." Oh, she was so one of my last messages was, "Hallo hast du Lust auf ein gutes Internet business?" So apparently somebody thought that I was German and decided to spam me in German. So I replied, "Ich bin nicht sicher, wissen Fragen." I have no idea what I said. Google translated that for me. Ooh, my stomach's talking. Can everybody hear it? So I got, "Hey, thanks for liking my post. Tell me what it is you do." So blah, blah, blah. I tell her what it is I do. It was all a lie anyway. "Sounds great, David. Hope it's going well for you."
Eileen, you bring up a really good point.
If I would autocorrect, didn't change words, blah, blah, blah. Haha, I was trying to be funny. So this was in February. In September, hey, I hope you're well. Don't mind the ransom message. Not random, ransom. I assume you have a lot of friends who have online businesses and wanted to share some great free training with you. I'm being coached by this lady who has some big name clients. Lots of free training on this link, and you don't have to opt in for anything. Her coaching program itself is worth around $3,000. So the current deal is an absolute steal. STEEL. Enjoy and feel free to share. That was just one of the random things that I get. And I spend no time on the devil.
I don't.
What did Eileen say? Eileen said, don't say people, say accounts. I'm guessing they are not people, Jonathan Tripp. And
well,
Jonathan
we do know
that Eileen is so right.
Yes. She's absolutely right with that. I mean, I'm sure there is a person behind it. I mean, you can't completely automate everything there. But I would say this. Be better people. Don't be a better account. Be a better people.
Don't be a better account. Be a better person.
Be a better person.
Be the person behind the account. Be the face of the account.
Just be.
Would you walk up to somebody? Seriously, would you walk up to somebody, even if you knew them in real life? Would you walk up to somebody and spew half the dumb crap that comes out of your mouth online? No. Or if you do, you probably wouldn't have friends for very long. Oh, no, you probably don't have friends now.
No, they're just flat out. The answer is no, because that people don't. I mean, and I'm going beyond like. Would you text somebody that? Like, would you talk to somebody that way in text? No. I mean, text is a shortened form of the way I would speak to somebody. But I mean, but what you're talking about is the sentiment the same? Would you be as outrageous? Would you be as irreverent? Would you be so curt, or rude in person? And I really hope that the answer is no. Now, David, I can't exactly speak for you. But I really do hope that that you're a decent person online and in person. IRL.
Hashtag. I'm a decent person online.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I hope that you are. I hope that's something that you do. You are a decent person. I hope that you are.
I don't know if people would really vouch. I don't have friends in real life. I only have online friends.
You only have online accounts.
When I go out for coffee with friends, I just take my laptop.
I was going to say, do you just hook your phone up and then just put a picture of like somebody? I mean, it could just be a Facebook profile. Like you're like, I really just want to eat lunch with Mia Voss today. So you just go to her profile and you find it where she's eating her lobster, and then you just put the phone up there, and then you have coffee with Mia. I mean, I don't see any problems with that.
Live stream those lobster rolls, Mia. What is up with Verizon lately?
I don't know. I don't.
mean, have they just lost their mind?
They probably just don't care anymore. Verizon is the devil.
No, they don't end Instagram. Jenny, you would need to. Did you message me? You did. This is how. Jenny, give me your. Oh, there you are. I'm sorry. I didn't see it. I got your email.
In real life.
Jenny, you're going to get an email. And you will get a link, and what you can do, enter the name. Coach Jenny. Right.
I had this conversation with her the other day.
You did?
Well, when I type in coach, she is the first name that comes up.
She's the first name that comes up.
Yeah. I'm looking for Jenny, and I have to type coach Jenny, because otherwise I know other Jennies, but when I type coach, just coach, she shows up.
Well, Jenny, this next video is for you.
If a webinar host chooses, they can use the Webinar Jam system to bring attendees in as presenters. Once someone clicks Request to Speak, you will find their request in this tab where you can bring them in or remove their request. Once you accept their request, here is everything they will see. First, they will be asked to install the same Webinar Jam extension that you use. However, this step can be skipped by attendees as they might not need to share their screen. Once installed, they will be brought to the calibration room. These are the 3 quick tests for your bandwidth to make sure your audio syncs well and your camera works at different resolutions. They will need to click to allow their camera and microphone being used to begin the test. If their screen shows their webcam and they can hear sound, making sure their computer is not muted, they go ahead and click Yes. If they do not see or hear themselves, click No and the system will attempt again. If they cannot seem to get it working, click the camera icon in the URL bar. The drop-down menu will show them whether the camera and microphone are blocked, or if the wrong camera or microphone are being used. They need to reload the page if they have changed any of these settings. Once they enter the room, they will be given the ability to stream their video and audio to the audience directly by clicking the icons at the top of the page. If you choose, you may also give them administrator privileges, such as ending the webinar or adding more admins, by clicking the star by their video stream. To return them as an attendee, click the power symbol in the lower right-hand corner of their video stream. When they are returned to being an attendee, they will be automatically sent to the webinar room again to catch the last couple seconds of your interaction with them.
Yeah, it does.
Sure does.
Right back in, whether we like it or not.
I don't have to touch anything.
It's an auto.
It just brings us right back in. So for anybody else that wants to join, you're more than welcome to, because I can actually have up to 6 people on camera at one time. So if you want to test it out, yep.
It doesn't get 4
or 5. I think we got up to 5.
So do we have any takers?
Yeah, message me, and I will get you. Message me your email address, or you can stick it in the. Jenny says it won't work.
11 accounts watching us today.
11 accounts watching
11 accounts. 13 now. I see 13 accounts.
Calibration room sounds like so Nazim's joined us, and he says that the calibration room sounds like he's going to get a pat down.
A calibration.
There's other types of downs you could get. Coach Jenny says that it won't work. Jenny, are you doing this from an iPad or a mobile device? You have to do it from. You do have to be to join on camera. You do have to be at a computer. Sorry, folks. There is no. So William Slays says he wants to join. Well, William Slays, the criteria for joining is message me your email address, and I will have an invite emailed over to you. Jenny says nope from desktop. That's weird, Jenny. Are you using Chrome? I wonder why it won't let you do it. Azim says done. I don't know what you're saying done to. Did you message me your stuff? Because if you did, some of you I may actually have it. Oh, that's cute. You people are messaging my business page. That's fine. I can do that too. That's what Colonel Slays did. Stuck here. Use this one. All right. Okay, peeps. Hold on. Let me while Jonathan regale them with some of your knowledge. Some of the people probably didn't catch the informative broadcast you did earlier, even though it's on replay. You can you can catch them up while I am.
Yeah. So I mean, if we want to talk about highlights from today's show, I started the show off probably within the first 6 seconds, saying the words, "I have no idea what I'm doing." And the show then quickly went downhill from there, if you can imagine that. No, we just kind of did a little bit of a recap on the week as far as some of the events. We talked a little bit about Let's Live Stream, Twitter chat, And not because it's the Twitter chat, but just because of the topic. And that kind of launched us into the Hurricane Harvey discussion. And I mean, it's a little rainy today. It's a little nice and cool, but I haven't looked at the weather map to see, is this the Hurricane Harvey, like the outstretch, is this the rain from that storm? Because by the time it gets to us, usually it's just light rain.
This is remnants of the hurricane that was known as
the hurricane formerly known as.
Yeah, the hurricane formerly known as Harvey.
Yeah,
or Harvey, the formerly known hurricane, because it's still Harvey. I think it's like down to just
it's a tropical storm or a depression or something. I don't know.
And of course now Irma is on everyone's radar over by Africa.
Okay. So it made it to the others. So I knew there was one out there.
Jenny, just as a side note, I'm getting your messages. And so you and I should try and troubleshoot this separately when you have some time in your busy schedule.
Their busy California schedule. Well, she is.
It'll probably take me 15 minutes to fix it, and then you will be good to go from there. I guarantee. And if not, we can blame CableNet Boy.
Ooh.
CableNet Sweater Boy.
Yeah.
I can't do that though. It's like faux CableNet.
I was going to just say we need to put the word faux in there.
Faux CableNet. Still waiting on Colonel Blaze and Bologna Boy. And this will be a surprise here.
I was really hoping for some lobster roll this morning.
I was hoping for lobster rolls as well. I think Mia's been holding out.
That's all right. William Slays, and so we got and they need to turn their camera on, by the way.
So what you need to do is you need to click on the icons up at the top of the screen. There's one. Yep, look at there. William Colonel, the General Slays figured it out. We just can't hear him. You need to click that microphone icon as well. Click the microphone icon.
Camera.
All right.
Yeah, we got you. All right.
Cool.
And then we got Bologna Boy.
Bologna Boy.
Oh no, it's the guy with the pink eye.
Oh yeah. Conjunctivitis.
Oh, I can't be on this broadcast. I don't want to catch anything.
Oh, come on. I'm across the pond. It's going to be impossible you guys get this. William, I love your live, by the way. And Jonathan, I was also caught yours. That's the good thing about being sick at home. You get to see stuff.
Yeah.
And the wife isn't there.
I appreciate it.
And the wife isn't there.
I try not to bump
into
Jonathan. But I forget about you guys' after show. I would have waited till after this before I went on, but I don't know.
I forgot about the after show too, and I'm in it.
I forgot about the after show, and I allowed Jonathan to be here.
You know what I like about William? He was super nice. At the end, he said, Jonathan, I hope I didn't. I waited. I don't hope I didn't step into your show. I love it. I just love, those sort of things that you guys are. Everybody's so cool.
How many things are you drinking, Colonel?
Oh, just water and my leftover coffee. So.
There is no such thing as leftover coffee. That's a crime if there's leftover coffee.
Like your content?
I never heard anything about leftover coffee.
Yeah, you're right.
I think Jonathan's coffee cup needs a refill.
I'm actually right down to about right here. I was here, and now I'm here, and I will be here.
And what he's not telling you folks is that here there was coffee, and when it got up to here, it was because it was filled up with tequila.
Yeah.
Live on. Yeah. Carlos,
what I did do today was
Carlos made a comment on the side. I'm not mad. I'm just upset with this whole thing that I got in my eye.
Oh man!
This is what he does when he's the wife's not home and pitched a fit, and cried, and she still left. So he said, well, I'll just go give myself pink eye.
And see if she comes back.
And see if she comes home, and she still ain't come back.
It's good she's not there, because usually once someone gets it in the household, it spreads. I'm trying not to cut.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, boy, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because things are used as they call it vectors, right? If you those headphones you got on, if she picks those up and just uses them and then does something to either her nose or her eyes or whatever, it's the epithelial tissue that it really loves. She gets it.
Donnie, I see why it didn't go. I'm sending again. That was my fault.
This is a nice platform.
It's a great platform. I like it.
My system saw GD or GDonnie, and
it's crystal clear.
It censored it out. So
yeah. And can I make another comment?
If you must,
appropriate.
If I must. I like the UX.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You like the UX?
Yeah, because there's not stuff going on top of stuff. Everything's nice and clean. No, I like it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get weird when you get 6 people in. Like it doesn't like all of a sudden get like, okay, I have no idea what's going on.
Like Smile Time-ish. Hey, what's Smile Time been up to? You still testing for them, David?
No, haven't been back to Smile Time in quite a while, and it's not really anything against them. It's just I couldn't rely on it actually working.
They fired him.
So they fired me.
They fired him. They
got a pig slip last week.
They fired me. They took their T-shirt back. You can go by Goodwill in Los Angeles, and it's marked never used.
About 400 T-shirts available.
Is that kind of like your Blab T-shirt also?
I never got a Blab T-shirt.
No, that's vintage.
I never got a Blab T-shirt.
I never got a Blab T-shirt, and I requested it twice, and I got promised that I would have it shipped.
I was the second person. I know I was the second person because I was told I was the second person. They were like, "Hey, who wants some Blab T-shirt swag?" I said, "I'd be glad to. I'd love to be able to promote this to people." Nothing.
Nada.
Nothing.
Zilch.
You gave Blab T-shirts to people that sat there and picked their nose and talked about picking their nose. Yet, I never got one. And you wonder why the platform failed.
There you go.
Those are the people they were
after. Friday ran from...
So Pat Murray is asking, by the way, everyone, I've got Nazim Beltran, who is Kazacezi.com, and I've also got William Slays. William Slays can introduce about whatever it is that he's doing this week. It changes every week, so you got to kind of sit there and wonder if he's really, on the up. His studio is looking fantabulous, though. That
blank wall.
I actually love that wall, dude.
Awesome. I love it.
Thank you. These LED lights are amazing, guys.
They are. Yeah. They are. For you folks listening to the podcast, whenever that's never going to get put up, you're really missing out. You need to check out the after show next week. And then we got Jonathan Tripp and his coffee
faux
porn background. You know what? You've got so much more crap up on your shelves now. I don't even know what the hell you have.
Yeah, you're lost. I can't see you. Where you at? You're camouflaged. You're sun-kissed. You've been in the sun.
If he wasn't wearing that faux cable knot sweater. If he had the flannel on.
Yeah.
How do you sit there and go from, okay, it's cool to wear flannel to it's cool to wear this faux cable knot sweater? Right.
I got a gorilla on my back, which I always looked at.
That's pretty awesome.
And now we're being joined by a fifth person that I don't think anybody's seen on camera for quite a while. Let's see if this person can figure out how to turn the camera on. Donnie, hit the 2 buttons up at the top. One that looks like a really funky webcam, and the other one's a microphone, and we'll be able to hear you.
Yeah, I think they should change that webcam icon.
Yeah.
That's a little weird. I just
that's the only. Yeah, you're right about that.
I was
totally agree.
Legs.
Oh, you can select different definitions: high definition, standard, low. Guys, did you hear what I said on my live? Freaking Spectrum! I'll no longer cuss at them when they had their commercials because they're actually going to deliver in about 2 days. I might have 30 up.
What?
Yeah, from 5 to 30 up. You know what that means?
Yeah, that's. We're
I don't want. I don't want.
This is what that means.
I don't want to piss on your party, but I'm waiting for my box, which is 1,000 down and 700 up.
Oh, you make me sick. That's what they get at like CERN. You got a CERN connection.
Ladies and gentlemen, germs and whatever. We haven't seen this person online in a long time, so
that's true.
We got to give the floor to the infamous Grandma Donnie Glenn.
No, Grammy. I'm not a grandma. I'm a Grammy. You got to get it right, David.
Grammy. I'm sorry. Let's start all over again. We're going to start the whole show. I hope everybody remember what they said. Take 2. Grammy Donnie Glenn.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
Donnie, how are you?
Hello.
Let me see if I can do this. See this right there, right?
I see it.
Still there.
It's still there.
Let me see what you get.
Is that something that she sent you?
Mm-hmm.
It's Grammy porn.
That's nice.
It's
I don't
remember what that was. What was it?
Oh, that's right. It's a postcard.
It's a postcard.
With a coffee stain on it.
Yeah. I want a postcard too.
I tell you what, go to GrammysArt.com, click on free art, fill out the form. I'll send you a postcard.
I love it.
But his has to be with a salami stain, not a coffee stain.
Granny, I gotta ask you something.
Not that type of salami. Come on.
Granny, I have to ask you something.
Okay, the show's going downhill.
No, it's not. It's not going down. It's not going down. Hey, about a year ago, I'm just such an ADHD type person, but about a year ago, I learned how to make antique paper using coffee. Do you do that?
Oh, cool. No, I'm not a paper maker. I know people who are.
Okay.
I paint with hot wax. That's kind of my jam.
You paint with hot wax?
Yeah, you've never heard this before, William. This is her.
You paint with hot wax. All right.
I paint with.
You should see the boy she has as her canvas. I mean,
David, you promised to keep that a secret.
Oh my gosh, this is on my Facebook page. Oh my goodness.
That's a tweetable. I'm just saying.
that is pretty
That's
neat.
a dubbable.
That's a double. So, what is the cost of using this platform, gentlemen?
Well, they just had their grand opening. I think it's like their 3rd grand opening. So if I'm not mistaken, and I will go and look right now. Actually, let me do it this way. Yes, David Vaughn. So if you go to this link, which hopefully it will work. It probably won't. It should work, because Google never fails.
Hey. You guys see the movie The Circle?
By the way, everyone that goes to that link, thank you very much for You Are Now. That is too funny. They've got the grand opening sales still stuck up there. You may actually... Somebody may have fallen asleep at the wheel. So you can do one payment for 2 years so it's a one payment of $479, or you can do 3 payments of $189. It's actually quite a steal for everything that you get. You get the ability, and there's a whole lot that I cannot show you, and I do need to do those. And I know I promised that a couple of weeks ago, but again, there's been a lot of stuff that's been going on the past couple of weeks. So just get over it.
Had a lot of family stuff.
So I'm going to do some various webinars that are going to be highlighting everything regarding this from this platform. I'm going to be showing you how to go through and set things up. I mean, you can actually, if you wanted to, you can go live with this platform in under 60 seconds. You could do hey, I want to do this for my Facebook group right now. I want to go live right now in like a minute, and you can use this. You can have up to you have the options to like pick if you want to have up to 6 people on. You have options where you can have like 1,500 attendees if you're doing like a regular webinar, not through Facebook Live. They have their own Jamcast room. So think the same thing that all the other webinar platforms have, like GoToWebinar and stuff. Or you can broadcast using YouTube Live, or you can broadcast to Facebook. You can only broadcast right now to Facebook pages or personal profiles. They are working on the groups. There was something that wasn't working right when they tried to broadcast to groups, so they're working on that.
So, David, I got into this late. How did you get involved with these people?
With what people?
With Webinar Jam. Yeah.
Oh, I've been a customer since before the product was actually available and usable. I bought years ago. And they used to use Google Hangouts. So that's
there you go. There you go. That rings a bell.
Yeah. They used to use Google Hangouts, which,
but they were really smart about it.
Did. One of the benefits that they had over a lot of the other platforms when Google Hangouts was around, and yes, Google Hangouts had issues, and so everybody that used Google Hangouts was going to have issues, like the delay and all this other type of stuff. Mm-hmm. But one of their things was that a lot of other people's, and this still kind of exists, but a lot of other people that sell these like WordPress plugins, and all this type of stuff, they're neat until you actually get an audience of size, so I don't know, 50 people, 100 people. Right. And what a lot of people don't realize is that having that plugin and having all those people pay attention and join your webinar begins to tax the bandwidth resource of your service provider for your web hosting. And most of you are cheap and paying for very low plans, which is okay. We all do it. And it doesn't include a lot of bandwidth. So all of a sudden what happens is you've got this webinar that you've got scheduled and people were trying to get to it and they can't because your website is actually unavailable to them. So not just that page, but your entire site because you've used up all your bandwidth. Webinar Jam was not. They were a separate platform. They were an independent thing. So,
David, Eileen's got a couple of questions on the side chat. I don't know if you've seen them.
So Eileen's, yeah. So let's see. Eileen says, David, how can we tell the difference from your profile and your page when we type your name in the chat? Which color is the profile, David Vaughn? I probably need to change my pictures. It doesn't matter either way that you want to do it. But I think the blue is my personal. I don't know. Let me go look.
And then the second question is, does it go out to YouTube Live?
You have so when you just purchase, if you were just to purchase Webinar Jam today and you weren't to want the additional options of like Facebook Live or the room, Jamcast room or anything, then yes, it uses YouTube Live. And the YouTube Live integration is really, really cool. So
hello?
The dark blue background is I didn't see what he was doing because I was looking at
you didn't see it? These two guys were just
here, let me pull it up on
to watch on the replay.
I can't even see it on the replay. Somebody's got some nasty it's William.
You sure?
Want to know how I know? Because I can
How do you know?
See, I muted him out.
Okay.
And it all went away. Now, William, I cannot unmute you, or I cannot turn your mic back on. You actually have to go hit it. Yeah, it's still you, bud. Fix your mic.
What is it?
I'm gonna mute you again because it's really annoying.
Poor William.
It's just a feedback loop. I don't know. I don't know how from.
Usually I would blame Italy, but
unless his microphone is not the right one.
No, it's the pink eye.
William, you may need to refresh.
Does this Eileen was asking, and I was too busy screwing around. Eileen asked, does this go out to YouTube? And I think the answer was no.
Yes, it can go out to YouTube.
It can go out directly from the platform?
Yes, you could not go out to YouTube and Facebook, but that's a Facebook policy anyway. But they wouldn't do it because it's a huge resource hog.
Can you? Does this go out to a custom RTMP? Do you know, or is it just a platform specific? Could I, if I had a custom RTMP, could I broadcast this to a custom?
It's platform specific.
Okay.
How am I now?
Oh, much better. Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
I hit a button on the keyboard when I was playing with it. That's probably what did. Oh, well.
I would probably say so. I need to look at the time code for when Jonathan was being stupid.
From like what, 6 seconds on?
Yeah. Carlos says it will support RTMP. I don't think so. It may. I've never used it. If it does.
So David, what's your take on Anchor?
I love Anchor. I haven't used it enough lately, but I love Anchor.
I love Anchor.
I think if there's anybody out there that ever said, I would really like to do a podcast, but now I got to learn about the microphones and the headphones and the editing and go do Anchor, and you don't have to worry about none of it.
That's me. You just described myself in the sense that I've always
seen Notes boy over there. He populates stuff. It's in Deutsch, but
What do you think the gurus are going to do now?
The who?
The gurus. Not to be derogative or anything like that, but yeah, the guys who walk you through all of those steps that we had to go through before. Do you think they're going to rotate and evolve to also provide valuable information when it comes to simply getting started, or do you think they're going to act like how traditional film photographers were when digital came? What do you think is going to happen? I'm just curious what your opinion is.
Are you talking specifically about Anchor?
Yeah, about Anchor. The analogy used was when digital photography came about and all of the traditional photographers said, that's not real photography. You have to go in a dark room and
so you're talking about traditional podcasters who do have all the mics and the setup and the mixers and the editing software and the intros and the outros and blah, 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 and the difference between the two. So here's the thing. You can either pay attention to the sign or you can pay attention to what the sign says. What the sign isn't what's important. What's important is the message. And if your message is valuable, it doesn't matter how you get it out there. Now, that being said, if you're in the Gymboree and they've got a bouncing tournament going on with a whole 7th grade class of girls, people probably won't be able to hear your message very well. So it's the sign and the message that sucked at that point. You can start here and you never have to migrate off of it, or you can migrate to it later on. It's just like with video. It's just like with live video. It's just like with blogs and emails and all the different stuff. The importance is the message, not how pretty it is, not how, it's the message. That's it. So that's what needs to get out. So the traditionalists that are out there, the Pat Flynn's and the Entrepreneur on Fire people and whoever else is teaching that type of stuff, continue. Keep on doing it because people do like to progress. But my course for 1995 on teaching you how to build your podcast using Anchor will be released within the next 3 Thursdays of next week, and you can sign up for it then. I take credit card.
I took a podcasting course about 3 years ago with a very good friend of mine, Shannon Hernandez, who some people in here might know, and it was a great course. But it was just so many complexity, dealing with so much, and it just scared me. And I said, no, I don't have time for this right now. So with Anchor, with Anchor, I'm getting so close to saying like, hey, We can interview people about Italy. We can do stuff on Italy. We can, and just like that, and it'll go automatically on an iTunes, podcast platform, and on Google Play. Yeah. And I'm probably going to use a nicer mic than this, and but I'm not going to go nuts about all the perfection aspects of it, which I'm not knocking people like you guys are all. I love everybody. You guys have a quality video and quality stuff, and that's great because it's important. But I think also, as David said, it's the content. It's the content.
Getting it done.
And don't let Lazim fool you, folks. He's got an $8,000 professional studio sitting back there.
Yeah, right. Run by
his wife has the key to it, and she didn't leave that with him either.
His guerrilla producer.
Hey guys, Eileen says I download my files and upload them to Libsyn for my real podcast. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but it's the getting to that real podcast, and I think a lot of people like writing blogs. I mean, you can write a blog in they're not joking, in 5 easy steps. You can just title, content, picture, post it, share it. You know what I mean? Like you can do it so simple. And the same thing with podcasts. I mean, even with I played around with it, and I just have a template file so that I have the intro, outro, and underlying music or whatever that I want, it's the in and out. And I just took one time just to make it. And now I can, I make the audio, drop it in, and I stick the intro and the outro on it, and I send it out. And that's it. So, the problem is that I think you can make it as complicated as you want. You can make it as simple as you want. But the fact is you still have to record a podcast. There's no shortcut to do that. And Correct. If you don't have the discipline to do it, it's going to be hard.
And you also have to prepare, the subject matter of the podcast that you want to do. Now, right now, I'm on the platform enjoying just listening to people and doing my little ramblings about Italy. But what I would love to add to this conversation is that there is a community inside Anchor that is super friendly. And everybody claps on everybody. Everybody does shout outs. There's a great guy who has a Formula One racing thing on there that it's and I'm loving it. I'm loving it just apart from the podcast possibilities.
Absolutely. Donnie, you've been trying
the thing that scares me about the thing that scares me the most about doing any of it is not actually but putting it out there and then nobody cares. My issue has always been finding an audience.
I think that's always everybody's issue. But at the same time, I think numbers are important, but I don't think numbers have to be an obsession.
Here's the thing about finding your audience. Most people are trying to get the cart ahead of the horse. The horse is you getting into the practice of using whatever, the tool. The audience is the cart. You start just, if you've got something to talk about, go talk about it and podcast about it or blog about it or vlog about it or whatever and put it out there. And you're going to be doing a few things. And here's the reason it's really, really important. It's kind of like somebody that has no email list, and they want 10,000 people and you've never sent one email. You need the practice, but you also need the archive, the backup. And the reason that you need it is because, especially with podcasts, I know a bunch of people, they'll do a podcast, they'll do one episode and they'll upload it. And whether it's really, really good or really, really bad, a lot of times with new podcasts, when I go to them, I want to hear something else. And if you don't have anything there for a backup of everything, so, that's what I'm saying. Don't worry about the audience first. One, practice doing it because you're gonna tweak yourself as you go along, but don't beat yourself up. Just sit there and be natural. The finesse and the being polished will come as you move along, because you become comfortable with it. When we're comfortable with things, we can do things with our eyes closed and no problem, and it comes out looking exactly like it does every single time. And this is what I love about whatever.
Yeah, that takes
same thing with all that other stuff. So I would, don't worry about the audience. Worry about, I'm not doing, I'm not podcasting. I'm not pushing out episodes and getting the silly stuff up. I love going back when YouTube years ago. I don't do it so much now, but when I would find somebody new on YouTube, I would purposefully go back and see how far back I could find their early videos. Some people may know like Ray William Johnson. You may or you may not. I don't know. Anyway, he's a friend that I met after I had started listening to him. But one of the things I did was go back, because I was like, man, you do some really neat stuff, and I like your background and all this type of stuff. And he was like, go look at my early videos. They sucked. They were horrible. But he left them up because they're there. They were still a message. He was still funny a little. Anyway, go do your message first, Donnie, and the audience will come.
Yeah, another tip I would like to give also, which I learned from Shannon, is when you start doing podcasts, don't do just one and then wait for it. Do a series of at least 5 together and just toss that on, so people have stuff to listen to, as opposed to having just one.
You mean all at once?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So
the rule of thumb that I apply to people when they talk about podcasting is, go do 5 episodes.
That's what I said.
I can give you, what those 5 episodes are easy, because I don't know what I'd do. If 5 simple things. Go do, who you are. Go do what you do, and how it can help other people. Go do, what's your favorite, I don't know, what your favorite freaking book is, or what your favorite movie this year was. Go do something completely random, and you can have 5 and then upload those 5. And then what you've got is an armament for people to go back and listen to.
Exactly.
And you can sit there and, finesse. Don't worry about intros and outros. You can do that stuff yourself as you're going, and then as you go along, and it's something that you enjoy doing, that's when you can start going and getting the extra stuff put in there,
Okay.
We go.
Everybody agreed on the 5 as a number. Also on the side, Carlos Phoenix is also in the
because we can count to 5.
We have that many.
You do this many of thems, and people will listen.
To this many thems.
Have you guys seen the movie The Circle?
No.
Now, why are you bringing that up?
Did you see it?
No.
It's amazing. And it's amazing. You guys would like. It's kind of like the same genre as a Facebook movie, but it's so relevant to right now.
You're talking about the Tom Hanks movie.
Yes.
I saw that. It was fantastic.
Yes.
Okay.
And Facebook's new headquarter is a circle.
Mm-hmm.
Apple said.
I'm sorry, Apple. Apple, not Facebook, but Apple.
I was wondering about that. I was like, wow, somebody copied the playbook.
Yeah, that's an amazing movie. But anyway,
I gotta wait till it gets over here, because in Italy they got to translate it into Italian.
Mm-hmm.
And they gotta call it El Circolo, and then they release it at the movies.
There's a way to fix that. Come back over from the third world country of Italy. Come back to the U.S. Okay, we got.
Oh, jeez.
You can see it right out then. English in the Eastern time zone.
Leave him alone, David.
He's always picking on me.
I still don't have my Bologna.
I found out that
2 years.
I can drop ship it to you if you want.
I don't want that original Bologna that you bought from 2 years ago. That thing is no longer looking like Bologna.
I can get a drop ship.
That's what he said. That's his solution. I'll drop ship that.
Lindsay Badger says, I love RWJ and his Equal 3 shows. Yep. He went through a bit of a finding himself after he moved out to L.A. and
let me ask another question that's related to the topic we're talking about.
He and Anna broke up, and anyway.
Podcasting. Is it rising? Is it static, or is it falling?
It's there.
It's there. So it's like that.
It's a tool that there are, that's kind of like saying, Flash, is it still relevant? Well, if stupid people are still willing to sit there and click on a Flash video because it's available, then go ahead.
Don't dish Flash, because I made quite a lot of money doing Flash websites about 10 years ago.
Yes.
Microsoft front page.
Kicked you out of the.
In fact, me and Steve Jobs not that friendly.
I bet. It's kind of like cookbooks, Nazim.
Right.
Where are cookbooks? Are they static? Are they falling? They're cookbooks. Right. Same thing with podcasts. People will listen to them. People still open emails.
I got convinced because I thought I'm thinking it's an extra tool that you have to play with.
And Donnie, if you wanted the actual professional response of Y5, you can read Carlos's because you can present 5 traits: personality, communication style, direction, market, production style, and message. There you go. So, you can either take my advice, which sounds like I came off the back of a wagon, or you can get the professional and Carlos.
I gotta write that down.
We say the same thing.
I was in a brand new coffee shop the other day. I'd never been in there before. It was lovely. The walls were very sparse. I said to the guy, "I'm an artist." He says, "Oh, what do you do?" I says, "Wait a minute. I've got something out in my car." I always take your advice.
There you go. Did he let you hang it up?
He's putting it up, yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome. I just saw it on the site. The artwork's very nice.
That's out there. Donnie was trying to find her audience with her artwork, and it's hard. You can't do it from the wood paneled room that she's sitting in. So,
I tried for a very long time.
Who buys trendy art? Well, trendy people. And where did trendy people hang out? Unfortunately, really expensive coffee shops. Ask Jonathan.
But I'm trendy.
Not with that sweater, you're not. The 90s called, they want their sweater back.
Shreks.
And he was alive in the 90s. It's the 80s that's questionable.
Yeah, the 80s. I was
much shorter.
Let me bring up now a question. It's a technical question, not related to podcast, but somebody probably knows in here. Also, Krishna, who just joined. I got invited into a conversation this week via the new Facebook 2-panel thing. And when I came into the conversation, the thing that I did not like is that it told all my friends
who you were
automatically notified them that I was in this thing. And it was like people at work going like, dude, who are you talking to?
I think that's short-lived. I think they're doing that because they've introed the feature. I think that will phase out.
Okay.
They've done that. They used to do that when you would go live. They would notify everybody, hey, you're going live on your phone. This is pay attention to this. They're doing the same thing. They just notify everybody because they want people to see the feature and use it. And they want to get to see, do people just don't care? Because if you have 1,000 friends and 10 show up, they're going to use that as a sample.
Yeah.
In the future to say, okay, when people go live, we're only going to expose it to 1%.
Gotcha. No, I understand when you start the connection, that makes a little bit of sense. But when somebody calls you in, it was quite interesting. And all of a sudden, I was talking to the person. I said, well, at least my friends are coming in here. How the hell did they find out when you called me?
Is that like the when with the Blab days when you used to be able to call people into your? Remember that you could type their name and it would give them notification.
And it would notify them. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I missed those. So everyone, just to let you know, we are down to the 2-minute countdown because
I was having so much fun.
This is awesome.
Well, I would let Jonathan continue on, but he scares me. So
I don't trust me.
Off the record, or
no? This is like an F1 racer. Don't give me a race car. Don't do that.
A couple things I did want to mention about Webinar Jam and this is something I mentioned to Jonathan a while back. everybody that's been in attendance, thank you very much. And everyone that's commented on the video, thank you very much. I actually, after it's done, can download the chat.
Wow.
With timestamp. So it downloads as a CSV, a comma separated. So open it up in Excel or Google Sheets or whatever.
And so you'll post that where?
No, I'm not posting the chat anywhere. It's for
no, he's just saying that he can.
Yeah, I can download it, and so so that's beneficial. Like especially with some people on Periscope or Facebook, and they get so many people in attendance, and the chat's just flying, and it's impossible to catch everything. I have a physical way to actually download it and then be able to watch.
Or thank the people that showed up.
And I'm a timestamp. Thank you, Jonathan.
Final question before you close on a 2-minute warning. No mobile app whatsoever, right?
Nope. No mobile. Maybe never a mobile.
I wouldn't think it would work. I don't think
it's not really. It's not a social platform type deal like we're actually using. That's not the intended use of it.
Gotcha. So, it's used for private conferencing.
For webinar.
Well, it's a webinar platform. So that's what it is in its rawest form, and then I have the ability to also shoot out to Facebook Live. But there are things that you can do. So here I think I still have one loaded up. So I can throw up a keynote slide that I did, and this is neat because instead of sharing my screen to show you the slides, I can actually upload the keynote, the PowerPoint, the whatever. We're all now down at the bottom, and then I can start.
Oh, this is very cool.
Yeah, and I can change what type of.
This is very cool.
Yeah, they give some neat little stuff that. So anyway, so that's that, and then I can stop the slide presentation. We all go back to the regular screen. And there's a bunch of options, and this is why I'm going to do some webinars. There's a bunch of options that are not available for me to even try and use because I'm broadcasting to Facebook.
There you go.
Facebook does not allow, there's no way for you to be able to do it. So like I can, most of us do webinars to sell something. And most of the time, what do? You give them a link and they click the link and it's, maybe click the link and it takes them out of the webinar. I can actually sell you the product inside the webinar. You can purchase, never ever leave the webinar, and everything works right inside of it. So it's a new platform.
Very neat.
So with that all being said, any other questions that anybody has, please, you're more than welcome to drop me a line about it, or you can just so it's useless. LOL, kidding. Ha. Yeah. So you know what? We're gonna start this way. So because William is now the last person to come in since he had to refresh. William, how can people find you, and what do you want to tell them within the next 3 seconds?
Well, my name is William Slace, and I help people share what they know using digital media and current technology and get paid for it. You can find me at fb.com/WSLAISE.
And you can put that in the comments on the Facebook post as well if you would like.
Thank you.
And thanks a lot for joining us. So, Grammy, Gammy, Donnie, Glenn, how would you like people to find us, and any parting words?
My website is grammysart.com. I do customized professional acrylic paintings and customized professional encaustic or hot wax paintings. If you need art,
go see Grammy, Gammy, Donnie, Glenn. And she can put her link in the chat as well. It was wonderful having you back on. I saw that Renee had dropped in the comments. I think she's mad because this is where she found you. Nazim, Belgium,
yeah,
Casachesi.
Casachesi.com. I would love to.
See, I never say it right, but that's okay. I don't care.
That's fine. That's right. I would love to mention to everybody that my wife's cookbook has been ported to PDF format.
Oh, cool.
So I can drop that link in there. It's recipes with stories, not only cooking but there's also stories related to. And I think it's a great book because my wife did it.
Nice. Nice.
Hey.
We'll drop that link in the chat, and everybody can go see how bland Nazim's cooking is and why his wife does all the cooking because she's better.
There's also beautiful photography in the book from our friend Tosca Radigonda, who's in Austin, Texas.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks for the promo. I was not expecting.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, it's all about you. It's not about me. It's all about you. And Jonathan Tripp.
Yeah.
Please tell people where they can go get your hair gel.
Yeah. I want that sweater.
You can go over to jonathantripp.com to provide yourself with a number of things that you see actually in this shot right now. This is a $2,000 sweater available for you over at jonathantripp.com. I sell empty and used coffee cups over there as well. But please tune in to me live every week, at least twice a week, even though I only go live once to talk about stupid stuff, things that you probably already do know, and to, unfortunately, come back to this next week and try your luck. Maybe we'll get a better topic. I don't know. Or a better host.
You guys kill me.
There is no telling. And the only way we're going to have a better host is if the 90s gets downsizing. And I'm David Vaughn, and you can go to livevideoacademy.com. You can go to entrepreneursgeek.com. You know what? It doesn't matter where you go because they all go to the same damn place. I don't really want to hear from you, so thanks a lot for not reaching out to me. This has been yet another Ask Chat podcast, and I want to thank my esteemed and astute and wonderful guests, especially with the background. If William didn't have that background, I wouldn't be able to see his hair that well.
True.
Fantastic.
True.
There you
and
go.
The Gorilla Coach Booster from Italy.
Everyone, thanks a lot for joining
us.
See you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.